Donald Trump, he continues to hit China, but do we need China? We'll discuss it next. Well, Donald Trump went after China during Saturday night's GOP debate.
You take a look at what happened just this week. China bought the Chicago Stock Exchange. China, a Chinese company.
So we do international trade. China's a big partner of ours. Do we need them? Jason Meister says China is still buying up our real estate here in America as well. But you contend that maybe there should be some sort of somehow we should mitigate or lower this trade with China?
Yeah, I mean, Trump, well, let's put it this way. Trump is a world-class negotiator, Charles. And I think that we've done some terrible trade deals. Whether you like Trump on other issues or not, he's a business guy. He knows how to create jobs. He's talking about a tariff of, I think, about 45% on exports from China. That would make things more competitive. They're manipulating the currency. So I love China. I love the Chinese investing in New York City, San Francisco, in all of our major cities. But there's manipulation of the currency, and there's reason to be worried about that.
Do we manipulate our currency?
Not like the Chinese.
I mean, what I'm saying is that every central bank around the world has taken action. You got negative rates in Japan. Some yields have been negative in Germany, Sweden, Denmark. What country doesn't manipulate their currency? We bought $4 trillion and junk our Fed to manipulate our currency.
Right.
So, you know, look, it's one thing to say you're doing it, but everyone is doing that, no?
Everyone's doing it. Chinese are doing it more. Are
they doing it more or are they doing it better?
They're doing it better. but look at when you talk about the housing market and you talk about the growth of our real estate markets, you have to look at the broader economy. We have an unemployment rate that's north of 10%, a real unemployment rate, not this 5% that we keep hearing. You have a labor participation rate at the lowest level in 40 years.
Right.
You have a GDP that's grown anemic levels of like sub 3% for the last 10 years, the worst stretch since the end of World War II. You know, a Trump presidency, I think he would create jobs. I think he knows how to create jobs. And I think he understands that we have to bring down the corporate tax rate. I think he understands that government needs to get off of our back so the private sector can grow again.
I'm with you on all of that stuff, and I think that we do need to negotiate better deals. But I do think also certain tariffs, like if there were a 43% tariff, my question is to the average American out there who's looking to buy a TV at Walmart, for instance, that TV you're looking at for $500 is going to cost $1,000. Can you endure that pain?
Well, but it's going to make us more competitive in the world. And if we're more competitive, I've heard people say the Chinese aren't going to invest if Trump's is a Trump president and he's going hard on them. That's nonsense. If our economy is doing better and there's jobs and there's growth and our private sector is growing, they're going to come here and invest just like they have been.
I agree with that. China last year did $123 billion in cross-country deals, $70 billion already this year, including that Chicago deal that Donald Trump talked about. But should we be focused more on internal policies? Because I think, you know, our corporate tax structure, these fees, these regulations, I think they're doing more damage to us than China is.
100%, Charles. I think that it's all across the board. I mean, I think what we're seeing right now with Sanders surging and really destroying Hillary in that last primary, and you see Trump surging, it shows you that people are fed up with status quo, and they want change, and they want real change.
Listen, I'm with you 1,000% on that, and believe me, I think that this is the time, though, when also I would like to hear candidates talk about the future, because I'm just not sure we can get back to sort of manufacturing type of economy that we had in the past on a global economy. In other words, you know, Foxconn, the average job is $4,000 a year. Sure, we bring them back, but how do we take that $4,000 Foxconn job and make it a $50,000 American job?
Right.
That's
tough. It's not easy. I mean, we did lose like 5.5 million jobs over the last 20 years in the manufacturing sector. It's very tough. It's not going to be easy, but we got to do something.
But if all the people out there running, you're really confident that Donald Trump is the man to do it?
I think right now, from a job perspective, I think Donald Trump knows how to do it.
Well, you know what? A lot of people agree with you. Jason, thanks a lot, buddy.
Thanks, Charles.
Hey, just a reminder also, of course, Donald Trump will join Maria Bartiromo live tomorrow morning at 7:30 Eastern Time.